Right, so today was kind of crazy. It was a perfect example of like how the market maker can see where you set your stop loss, take it out, and then go into the same direction that you knew the market was going to go. I'll show you exactly how that happened in this video, where the market maker came right down to my stop loss, hit me out. When I flipped the position, the market maker was able to hit me out again, hit my stop loss before going in the direction. So after just a few trades, I was basically out of the market, and then I was able to make a trade and recover all of my losses. Yes, that's not how I wanted this day to go. I wanted my initial trade to hit, and then I would have been out with just one trade. But however, we did three trades today. Two were a loss, one was profitable, and the last profitable one was able to recover all my losses and a small amount of profit. But let's get into it. So the first trade was at 9:30, of course. So you know I like to trade when the market begins to open. I can see where the market is going from the dollar, right? So we have the dollar kind of breaking down here pre 9:30, and it's kind of finding a bottom but still pushing down a smaller bit. And then what I did, as you can see here, I entered to the buy side at 9:30. The first trade was at 28077. 28077 on the 9:30 candle. So here's the 9:30 candle. 28077. 28077. So right here. 8078. So 77 is the top of this red candle here. 280777. So right there is where I entered to the buy side. As you can see, the market continued, and we're looking at the 5 minute candle, so you can see more like nuance to where the market is moving as it goes by 5 minute, 5 minute, right? So I had my stop loss at 27960, and you can see it kind of came down to 27959. So it probably cleared up everybody who was bullish and had their stop loss just like a little ways below the daily support level here. So this is what I went off of. We have the daily support level here, and I'm going to the buy side. And I know that generally the market can come under the support level and still trend in that direction. So I set it at 27960. So my trade had a little bit more space to just go down into drawdown before running up. I'm not trying to time it down here and trying to buy it exactly down here at the bottom and catch that rally, because that's kind of harder to do, right? So what I did was enter here to the buy side and got closed out at my stop loss here for a loss of 226.40 within 10 minutes. So that was the first trade of the day. And as you can see, the dollar was kind of finding a bottom here, even though there were still red candles, so that still made it bullish. It kind of found a bottom. However, at 10:05, no, at 10, it started to become very bullish. When it started to become very bullish on the dollar, that's when I could see that the sentiment started to change, and then the QQQ might have even a short term like collapse, right? So at 10:01 is where I entered to the sell side, but I still wanted to keep my risk at the same level. So I had a risk of about $21 on this trade, and I entered to the sell side on the 10 o'clock candle. Let's find the 10 o'clock candle. On the sell side, 10 o'clock candle. So right around there, 10 o'clock candle right here, 28162. 28162. So right around here is when I entered to the sell side on the 10 o'clock candle. Yes, the dollar was saying the market would have went bearish. However, I still had to set my stop loss to not take too much risk. And when it came up and hit my stop loss, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little pissed, but it happens. It hit my stop loss like within 2 minutes. It came right up and hit my stop loss at 28260. I couldn't believe that the market pushed that high, like within the same candle. So 28260. So this is where I entered to the sell side, and this is where the market closed me. Close to where the top was here, but still, if I had set it a little higher, say I set the risk at to lose probably 30 on this trade, still could have made money on the downside, right? But the market hit out your stop loss at where you had your set risk, and that's how it happens. You just have to kind of fine tune it and kind of make it work for you. And that was a loss of 2260. So while the dollar was still pushing up, I stuck to my trade. I believe that I knew that it was going to turn over at some point, and I could see that it kind of found a top here. It was making it hard to break above here. And also the market found a top here as well to show that it wasn't breaking up past this level. And then I saw it starting to form the red candle here. When it started to form the red candle is when I was like, okay, this is my sign. Like, it's not able to push above there, right? So let me see. At 10:05, that was like while the trade is going, I could have a confirmation to say, let me hold this trade, right? So at 10:05, let me show you. At 10:05, so 10:05, I entered at 28236. 28236. So right about here is where I entered to the sell side. I had my stop loss above here. Like, if you have a stop loss above here, you're pretty good. If you entered at 28236, I had a stop loss of probably 28336. So that's just one, as in one to the amount of shares that I'm risking. And then I just had it right down as the dollar stayed bullish. And then I closed the trade at 28036. And that is on the 11 o'clock candle. 11:05 candle. So 28036. And let's just take it down. Let's get rid of these old ones. 28036. Okay, so right around here. So right around here is where I close the trade after entering to the sell side, seeing that the dollar was making a big push up. The dollar was making a big push up until about 1 o'clock. But I decided to just exit. I exited when the trade kind of went very good against me, very good in my favor, at around a risk reward of 2 to 1. So I made 2 times the amount that I was risking. So I was like, okay, let me exit the trade. Let me not try to be greedy. You're close to my daily support level. Honestly, ideally, if I had set my take profit at the daily support level and just be out at that point, that would have been like, I would have made, I would say, the most that I could have made on this trade. However, I just decided to exit it while it was close to that range. The reason being, I don't want to be greedy and I don't want the market to reverse, like not exactly touching that level that I kind of drew and made up off of what I'm seeing on the charts. I don't want it to reverse after just coming close to that level as it did here. So as you can see, it broke below that level. Yes, it broke below the level, but at 11:30, it just rallied up. And you'd have still made money from that trade, yes, if you hold a sell position, but you would have kind of gave back all of your profits if you just held the trade until market close. So those are basically all of the trades for today. Still a profitable day. The strategy still worked. The only thing is that I would have to fine tune it to ensure that I'm not easily taken out by these levels. However, if you don't risk too much, you're going to be taken out by the market maker sometimes. And I think that's okay because managing your risk is, I think, what's going to be most important in just being consistent and locking in profits, not taking in too much of a loss, and sticking to your strategy. So that's basically what happened today. I'm gonna actually put up Bitcoin to see if Bitcoin reacted the same way as this. So at 9:30, where's 9:30? So this is 9:30. Yeah, Bitcoin had a push down. It came right back up to 21,368 at 10 o'clock, and then you could have shorted it there, just like my trade. You could have shorted it at the 10 o'clock candle. However, you might have been taken out at the top of the candle, but you could have taken it down. So it probably would have worked out in your favor the same way. But the only thing I noticed with the strategy is that even though the dollar might be trending up, there's times when the dollar can be trending up and the equity is trending up. But usually during the morning, the dollar is giving you a better indicator. But after that, it's like they start to do their own thing. Unless it's like a big move. If it's like a big move, you can probably spot it because let me see, 1045 was bearish on the dollar. Let's see what 1045 is on Bitcoin. So 1045 is bullish. So in small things like that, I guess it works. In small like time frames, it works because you have all of these bearish movements on the dollar, but it's still grinding up. And it still was a bullish day on Bitcoin and a bullish day on equities. Kind of bullish, you know. So let's see. Kind of got bearish to the end. Oh no, this is 4 o'clock. This is 4 o'clock. Let's not look at 4 o'clock. Let's look at, let's see, 2 o'clock. Kind of bullish. What does it look like here? 2 o'clock. Oh yeah, it matches up. It matches up. My strategy matches up. So just look at the dollar, see how the dollar is trending, even on smaller time frames, and you can see it trending that way on equities, on Bitcoin, QQQ, Tesla, Apple, stuff like that. But I'm more focusing on the QQQ or the Nasdaq 100, and then putting that with the dollar because they seem to react with more correlation than just the regular S&P 500 or the Dow or the IWM. This is just my personal preference and what I've been seeing just looking at the charts. All in all, that's all for today. And it was a good day today. Short week in the market again. Wednesdays, not my favorite to trade because it's usually choppy. I'll just be trying to get in and out within like 10 minutes or something, unless it's very choppy. If it's very choppy, I make one trade and I'm out, and I'm not. If I get taken out a loss or a profit, I'm just gonna be done for the day. So that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.